Hello everyone and dear children, welcome back. Today we shall be looking at Unit 9 again, Lesson 3, our world, textbook page 88 and page 89. You will learn some new vocabulary. Listen to and read about Katie's diary and learn the usage of the auxiliary verb didn't correctly in sentences. Then you will do 2 activities with 1 speaking skill. Let's get started, shall we? Get ready your textbook, page 88. Let's learn some new vocabulary. Listen carefully and say the words after the teacher. Ready?
Vocabulary: open, closed, find, buy postcards, look at the stars.
Let's change the action words or verbs here to the simple past tense form. 1. Find. Find in the simple past becomes found. 2. Buy. Buy in the simple past becomes bought. 3. Look. Look in the simple past becomes looked. Now, let's look at the auxiliary verb didn't. Didn't is the short form or contraction for did not. In Bahasa Malaysia, didn't or did not means tidak. Let's learn how to use the auxiliary verb didn't correctly in sentences. Begin your sentence with the subject. Singular subjects he, she, it, plural subjects we and they, and special subjects you and I, followed by the auxiliary verb didn't. Remember, we use the same word didn't with all the different subjects, followed by the verb in the base form. Example, swim. Let's look at the complete sentences. Examples: he, she, it didn't swim. We or they didn't swim. I or you didn't swim. Let's move on to activity 1. Listen carefully to the text on Katie's diary. Take note on the vocabulary in the simple past tense and the auxiliary verb didn't used in the sentences. Ready?
Activity 1. Listen and read. Language, arts.
Dear Diary, today was a great day. In the morning, I went to the beach. I found a pretty shell. It was sunny and hot, but I didn't swim. There was a shark in the water. I didn't see it, but the lifeguard did. In the afternoon, my mother took me to the museum, but it was closed, so we didn't go in. We went to the shopping center and bought postcards. At night, my mother and I walked on the beach and looked at the stars. They were beautiful.
Let's listen to the text again and read it together. Ready?
Activity 1. Listen and read. Language, arts.
Dear Diary, today was a great day. In the morning, I went to the beach. I found a pretty shell. It was sunny and hot, but I didn't swim. There was a shark in the water. I didn't see it, but the lifeguard did. In the afternoon, my mother took me to the museum, but it was closed, so we didn't go in. We went to the shopping center and bought postcards. At night, my mother and I walked on the beach and looked at the stars. They were beautiful.
Children, you can listen to the text again and practice reading it. Let's practice. Look at your textbook, page 89. We are going to do Activity 2 and Activity 3. Activity 2. What did Katie do today? Read Activity 1 again. Find out what Katie did. Then tick the correct box according to what Katie did. You can also cross out what Katie didn't do. After you have finished Activity 2, then move on to Activity 3. Activity 3. Look at Activity 1 and say what Katie did or didn't do. Now, listen carefully to this example.
Activity 3. Look at Activity 1 and say what Katie didn't do.
Katie didn't swim. She found a pretty shell.
Children, you can write out your sentences first based on Activity 2. Then say or read out your sentences aloud. Follow the example. After you have done both Activities 2 and 3, continue watching. We shall discuss the answers at the end of the lesson. Good luck! Thank you for watching this video. If it helps you, kindly click the like button below and share it out. And do subscribe to my YouTube channel for more educational videos. Let's check the answers. Activity 2. What did Katie do today? Read Activity 1 again. Tick what Katie did and cross out what she didn't do. 1. Did Katie swim? Let's check. But I didn't swim. So, number 1. Did Katie swim? No, right? Then cross. 2. Did Katie see the shark? Let's check. There was a shark in the water. I didn't see it. So, number 2. Did Katie see the shark? No, right? Then cross. 3 and 5. 3. Did Katie go in or 5. Didn't go into the museum? Let's check. My mother took me to the museum, but it was closed, so we didn't go in. Number 3. Did Katie go into the museum? No, right? So cross. Number 5. Katie didn't go into the museum, right? So tick. 4. Did Katie look at the stars? Let's check. My mother and I walked on the beach and looked at the stars. Number 4. Katie looked at the stars, so tick. 6 and 8. 6. Did Katie buy postcards or 8. Did she buy clothes? Let's check. We went to the shopping center and bought postcards. Number 6. She bought postcards, so tick. Number 8. She didn't buy clothes, so cross. 7. Did Katie find a shell? Let's check. I found a pretty shell. Number 7. Katie found a pretty shell, so tick. Children, check your answers carefully. Please do your correction if you have got any wrong answer. Now, let's check activity 3. Look at activity 1 and say what Katie did or didn't do. First, let's draw a table. Then find out and write what Katie did and didn't do. Picture 1. Katie didn't swim. Write in this column, didn't. Katie didn't swim. Picture 2. She didn't see the shark. Write here, didn't. She didn't see the shark. Picture 3. Katie and her mother went to the museum, but they didn't go in. Write in this column, did. Katie went to the museum. 4. She looked at the stars. Write here, did. She looked at the stars. Picture 5. The museum was closed, so they didn't go in. Write here, she didn't go into the museum. Picture 6. We went to the shopping center and bought postcards. Write here, she bought postcards. Picture 7. She found a pretty shell. Write here, she found a pretty shell. Picture 8. She didn't buy clothes. Write here, she didn't buy clothes. Now, use the sentences here and say what Katie did or didn't do. Follow the example here. Katie didn't swim. She found a pretty shell. Practice with the other sentences. Say them aloud. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for attending my English lesson. Stay safe at home and take care. See you all again in our next lesson. Bye.